quail for dinner. I wouldn't know where to start. So here to heat up the kitchen with the spiced quail and slaw recipe, Chef Massimo Capra.
Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you?
So
good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Like, quail sounds very fancy, so you're going to bring it down to our level, right?
And yet they're available in every store that I go to.
Yeah, it's everywhere, right?
Ready, available everywhere.
So don't be intimidated, but I know you got this handled, but we did actually ask a sous chef to come in and help you.
Yes, we do.
Is Billy Baldwin around?
Right here.
I'm more of a sommelier than a sous chef.
Sommelier.
I'll make it work.
I hope you brought us a little something, something. So, of course, actor, producer, writer, Billy Baldwin is going to help you out. We're going to make some, what are we going to make?
Spiced quails.
Spiced
with
quails.
a beautiful radicchio slaw.
Very nice.
And very simple. It sounds more difficult than it actually is. But, you know, there is a reason for it, right? I mean, we are here to talk about a little bit about prostate cancer.
Yes.
Cancer in general. So, eating healthy is the most important thing you can do in life.
Okay.
You know, so we
let's
have
start
spices.
the recipe,
Perfect.
and I'll get you, Billy. I don't know if do you feel comfortable cooking? Like, do you cook at home?
Let's do it. China does. I do the prep and the cleanup. I'm like a role player here.
You're like me. I eat too. I wash the dishes and I eat, so that's how I help in the kitchen.
Get started, but you know, you're right. The older you get, you have to work out twice as hard for half the results. So the game becomes, the older you get, it's so much more based on your diet.
Couldn't agree with you more. And in this case here, we have a spiced quail. That means that we have a little bit of a spicing mix.
Tell us what some of is in there.
Spice, well, we have cardamom, we have star anise, we have a little bit of fennel seeds, we have mustard, powdered mustard, we have a little bit of sugar, paprika, and then we have a little bit of salt. And then take your quails, bring them home, wash them, clean them, and then you just put them in your spice, and you toss it, and you put them in the fridge for, I don't know, a couple of hours, 3 hours, 2 hours max, you know what I mean? That's all.
In the fridge.
Specific recipe at cityline.tv.
Yes, we will. We
2
will
hours,
give
3
you the
hours,
recipe.
whatever.
Exactly.
Whatever feels right.
So the quails are like that. So now we have quails that are like this, right?
Okay.
I mean, they brings out a little bit of their own water. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna oil it slightly. Oil it slightly, and then we have a nice hot frying pan, a grill, a barbecue grill. You know, whatever you want to use. You put the quail in skin side down.
Oh, see, you know a thing or two.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
He's a great barbecue.
Let me tell you something, by the way. Doesn't the accent alone make the price point of every entree increase by about $15? The accent alone makes every entree that much more delicious. If I prepare the exact same meal, it wouldn't taste as good.
I should do that. Just charge extra if they want me to go and tell them the recipe.
By the way, he's from Bayonne. He's from Bayonne, New Jersey. By the way, this whole accent.
That's it. So while
you
these
guys are going to actually be doing this. You're going to be doing some grilling at an event, and that's why you're in town.
Exactly.
And I want to get back to prostate cancer because that's why you're here. Tell us a little bit about while you're still cooking up and grilling.
We have a lot of ladies in the audience. You know, next month, October, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. What you may not know is September is Prostate Cancer Month, okay? Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Same amount of men are stricken with prostate cancer as women are stricken with breast cancer in this country. 1 in 7 men will get it. 4,000 will die a year, which is exactly very close to the same number of fatalities with women with breast cancer. Early detection is a key with prostate cancer. I recommend you guys, you have to get your annual checkup. You have to have your PSA levels done. From there, you talk to your doctor, depending on what the PSA number. You also want to do that test that's our fathers found to be very uncomfortable, but you know, you have to get used to it. You have to do the blood test, the PSA level, and you have to do the manual exam too. It's definitely recommended for men over 55. For me, I've been doing it every year since I'm 45, but it's recommended. The national guidelines say 55.
So testing is key, and I mean, you've got personal connections to this disease, which is why you're somewhat of a spokesperson. What's your what is your connection?
I do a lot of work up here. I've worked from coast to coast in film and television. I just did a show last season for Netflix. But my friend Joel Hawk, he got prostate cancer, and he made it. He survived. And he's now very, very heavily vested and engaged in trying to raise awareness and raise funds to help find a cure for prostate cancer. So he introduced me to the Prostate Cancer Canada family. And I'm telling you, in our lifetime, we're going to find a cure for both of them. There's going to be no more prostate cancer.
Give it up for that.
Wow.
We're going to eradicate breast cancer and prostate cancer in our lifetime for sure.
And when we're trying to do what we can do at home, of course, it comes back to the food. You've made a really good, vinaigrette here because we're gonna add the greens that Billy talked about. You're gonna add some slaw to this incredible recipe.
And I'll tell you, this vinaigrette is absolutely delicious. It has roasted onions.
I trust that it's true because of the accent, once again.
Basically, yes.
It tastes really good.
I go with that.
Yeah.
I go with that. So we have our slaw made with, carrots and cabbage and radicchio, a little bit of chives and green onions.
Yeah.
And then we make our vinaigrette with a little bit of roasted onions. Oh, you're good. Yeah, perfect.
Spice it up.
Excellent.
Yeah,
go
in my
ahead.
hands
It's
right now.
medicinal.
Mustard, and then we put a little bit of fresh herbs in it.
Pretend I'm doing something here.
Chives.
Yeah.
Like that. And do we have seasonal vegetables here? Yes, we do. Look at that. So we mix it up nicely.
Look at how easy this is. I mean, you could do this in
Look at
real
how good
time,
it's
right?
so-
You
it's
come home
so-
from work, put that on the grill.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
slaw looks as good as the quail.
Yeah,
It's very good.
This is not a slaw that needs to cook for a long time in his own juice.
Juices.
So we are
So you can plate it
done.
up.
Yeah, that's it. We put it over here.
Well, we
a nice
love
amount.
that. We have Massimo all the time, but we don't often get to cook with you, Billy, and we love that you are so connected to
So we
this
can put 'em on,
country,
yep, just like that.
including with your niece and her new hubby. Have you heard of him? His name is Justin Bieber.
Yeah. That's right.
He's from here. We pay him. How are they doing?
They're doing really good. They're having their little, it's been out in the, so I'm not outing anything here, but they're having their little, they were married a year ago, but they never had the big reception and the big party, so we're getting the family together to do that. And if you'd like to be my date, we can always raffle that off for
So
Prostate
maybe-
Cancer Canada.
Let's do that.
There you go. There you go.
We're gonna get his number and put it at the bottom of the screen. We'll scroll by, and then you just slide into his
Think
DMs.
about the celebrity family tree for my children, okay?
Yeah.
Their father's Billy Baldwin, their mother's China Phillips, their uncle's Alec Baldwin, their aunt is Kim Basinger, their cousin is Haley Baldwin, their cousin-in-law is Justin Bieber. It's like, I grew up, my father was a school teacher and a coach. I knew nothing about anybody in show business. And if my kids want to get away from show business, they have to divorce my family.
Yes, they have to run far, far away.
It's
But
a
hey, you
nightmare.
want to
What
be
have we
part of that
done?
family? Slide into the DMs.
What have we done?